Ooh, shit. Spencer's running late. There we go. Yeah, Spencer's running a little late today. But that's okay. We're gonna jump on here. I can send him a invite anytime, and we're good to go. Okay. So let me get situated here. I have like, where's it at? I have a bunch of different tabs up. Yeah, this is the ROR support podcast. Yeah, this is the podcast for people that are afraid of math. Because isn't that what it seems like? That this is more like, doesn't it honestly seem like it was people that are just against math, um, more than anything? They're just not happy about math. So, oh man, I better be connected to next gen. Let me see. I was connected to next gen. That's the one problem about trying to go live on Facebook through a different thing. It doesn't connect right. Like I was completely live, and now it's not. Now it's just not streaming correctly. So maybe it'll kick on there. Maybe it won't. Who gives a shit? But yeah, no. This is the 7 to 9 foot max size Reach Out Reptile Support podcast for all those who were having serious withdrawal issues and reaction issues on Retic Pursuit. Yeah, yeah. The main topic tonight is actually selective breeding, so we'll get into that in a minute. But we can talk some shit for a little bit first. But yeah, no, I was actually really surprised to see just because I called Andrew this morning or like later in the morning. I was like, it's almost as bad as as it was in 2018. If it's potentially even worse than it was in 2018 with the amount of misinformation. But I thought my post in Retic, you know what's crazy? You look, I made basically the identical post in Next Gen and Retic Pursuit. I worded it a little harsher in Next Gen, and I was playing nice in Retic Pursuit because it's not my group. Um, but to ask the simple question of why would a 62.5 Jamp mainland cross only get the size of a pure super dwarf? Um, I honestly didn't think that was terribly controversial. I thought that was I thought that was hold on, I got a text Spencer. Link on Facebook. Um, yeah, I was honestly amazed that people were like hostile about trying, to even suggest that anybody would dare question, you know, what Garrett's saying, and I just thought I honestly thought it was just known at this point that that stuff was all bullshit. I really had no idea that there were still this many people, and to be honest, they seem even less, um, informed about things, which is super scary. And I also worry about, I also worry about like where all these snakes are gonna go long term, because people aren't gonna want them. I mean, if we're being honest, like these people are going to get these snakes. They're going to get way bigger than they wanted them to get. And then that'll be the end of that. And they'll be dumping them. Like the alligator that's sitting in my kitchen that I got today. They just didn't want it. So now it's here. Um, hello. I didn't think there was that much support. And let's see what else we got here. Hello and good day, everyone. Seeing so many people defend that was eye-opening to me. Well, it was really surprising to me because I honestly thought that we had gotten past that. But, that's my own fault. That is my own fucking fault because I know I'm in kind of an echo chamber with next gen. My retic circle is next gen, Dwarf Super Dwarf, and a little bit of retic connection. And then everybody I talk to is either some of the new breeders that are in the localities or, Andrew, Sean, Eric, like that. I don't talk to that many people, but I just assume like we all knew all of this stuff. And it would, I talked to a dude on a FaceTime last night that was really mad about some of the things I was saying. And he was showing me his snakes. And he didn't even know what his stuff was. Like he couldn't even tell me like what his snakes were. And he got all mad at me. And I was probably on a FaceTime with him for half an hour. I was trying to get him to come on live because it would have been amazing. But honestly I felt bad for the dude because he didn't really understand what he had, what it was, or what the difference was between some of these localities, hets, percentages. And I just take for granted everybody I talk to already knows all that shit. So I don't know. I think it's funny how people consider the truth drama. Yeah, well, the thing is, that's what drama is Garrett's favorite word to describe any time I ever question anything he says. He just says it's drama. It's like, well, how is it drama when you're telling people that a Jamp mainland cross is only going to get the size of a pure super dwarf? That's not drama. That's a legitimate question. Yeah, and that Anthony kid isn't misinformed. Remember, he's been in the industry 15 years and knows everyone on the East Coast. Well, I don't know who the fuck he is, and I'm on the East Coast. I have no idea who that dude is, and but is that Anthony? What the fuck's his name? Fuck. Just some of the stuff he's saying, like he was really going after me because he recommended I be thrown out of the group, so I tagged Tyree and Dax. I was like, here, talk to them if you think I need thrown out. And I was actually being nice. Man, dude, if those people would have been in next gen, they would have got tore the fuck up. Tore the fuck up if they'd have been in next gen. They would have got made fun of so bad, they would have sold their retics. And, I can't really act that way in other people's groups. So I have to kind of be nice. And it doesn't hurt to be nice. It's just not nearly as fun. But yeah, that Anthony dude, like the stuff he's saying, it's like, then I got some dude trying to tell me I don't believe in insular dwarfism. I'm like, what do you mean I don't believe in insular dwarfism? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Why would I not believe in insular dwarfism? Yeah, did you see his comment to me calling people a little bitch about buying? Yeah. That got 11 feet, yeah. Well, yeah, and I actually I'll have to go back and really look at that comment. But I so what is he defending at this point? That the snakes will get noticeably larger than what they were told? If you buy a product, you expect the product to be what what it was sold to you as, and none of these people are getting what they think they're getting at this point. Anthony is an insular dwarfism guy. Yeah, he's something. He's very passionate about defending Garrett's honor. I'll give him that. And there's all them people like, why don't you just go to Garrett? Why don't you just sounds like, well, why? Because Garrett's afraid to show his fucking face in the retic community, and he has me blocked. So you can't go to Garrett because he'll call it drama, or he'll ignore you, or he'll block you. Yeah. Can he be sued for false advertising? I think if somebody had enough money, um, they could probably sue Garrett pretty easily. Uh, I think that would be an easy kind of an easy case because why is my shit? Am I lagging? What the fuck's up? I know what it is. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna close this. And I'm gonna close this. All right. Yeah, I'm also live on Patreon. So Patreon works great for lives. Fucking Facebook eats an ass. Okay, there we go. So, but yeah, no, I'm gonna bring that back up. Okay, there we go. Um, I guess if somebody had enough money, they could sue the shit out of the dude. Um, but I'm not the whole legal aspect isn't really what concerns me. What concerns me is the amount of snakes that are getting produced um, under this idea that they're going to stay really, really small. I just don't see how that's actually going to work long term. You know, the one thing that this one thing the dwarf and super dwarf localities, if you want to throw all the localities together, the thing the locality part of the retic industry has going for it that the mainland part of the industry doesn't have is we don't have a bunch of overproduction, and that's kind of what I'm worried about on the locality side is overproduction because once overproduction starts, I mean it's just the result is supply and demand. So when that supply starts cranking, the demand take or the price takes a huge hit, and hopefully the locality part of the industry keeps regulating itself because the locality part of the retic industry has been very good at self-regulation. I mean, there is not too many people just cranking out dumb shit for the sake of cranking out dumb shit. So, that's very positive. That's a very positive aspect of the locality part. But I mean, Garrett's whole pitch is, breed these and make hundreds of thousands of dollars. With the exception of his one recent video where he was basically telling people not to breed these animals. It's like, well, you've sold this story as a as a way to make massive amounts of money. So now it's like, well, give me all this money, but don't breed your snakes. Just give me tons of money and you just enjoy them, and I will be the one that produces and sells them. Like, how the fuck does that work? That's kind of weird. So, yeah, I don't get that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait to see. Yeah, Spencer's going to be on here in a couple minutes, and then we're going to jump into selective breeding. If there's any specific questions you guys want to, if there's any specific topics or questions related to selective breeding, throw them in the chat. We'll try to hit them. Did anybody catch Rob's live last night? I caught some of it. It was long. I think it was like 2 hours long. I caught a little bit of it. I was kind of, I was on here for an hour and 20 minutes, so I was kind of like ready to not be on a live stream or watching a live stream or reading comments or doing any of that shit. Ugh. I don't know if Ryan's coming on tonight. Yeah, as soon as we hit the um, whatchamacallit, as soon as we hit the topic of selective breeding, then I'm going to post a link in on Facebook, and I can probably, I don't know if I can post a link on here. Um, and then people can jump on if they want to come on and show off some shit or talk about some shit or talk some shit. I don't care. Any shit related stuff, you're good to go. So yeah, I watched the whole thing. How was it? How was it? Rob probably won't watch this, so if it wasn't good, you can say that. Yeah, he probably won't watch this, so if you didn't like it, you can say that, and then I'll take the video down afterwards so he doesn't see it. But I know Alex Cars. Alex going hard at Tribal, and I'll be interested to see what Alex can do with it because um, he's not going to be watering it down with mediocre genetics. You know, he's going to be trying to keep it. He's going to try to, keep the genetics pretty heavy Philippine. So I think his whatever he does is going to be good. You can show your snake shit. I don't care. Go for it. Um, I thought it was good. Rob had some interesting tips and information that I didn't know. Yeah, what were those? What were the couple tips that really stood out? Why can't I talk today? Stood out to you. I tried to say stood out and stuck out at the same time, and it's very hard to say two different words simultaneously. Ugh, I should be in. I gotta go back into here in case for when Spencer pops on. Yeah, I probably caught 20 minutes of it, and then I had to jump off here. I was fucking I was beat. I have such a hard life of running my mouth on the internet. I had to call it a day. So yeah, had to take a break for being the voice of truth of retics. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm back. Not that I was gone from your perspective. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys, while you're hitting us with some tips that you got from Rob, what do you think's the best route for us to go to try to get some better information out to these new people that apparently don't believe in math? Because I really think we got to start working on a game plan for helping. I just want to be mean to these people, and I know that's probably not the best thing to do. Um, so I'd like to start. I'd like to start doing maybe some just some videos like basic informational videos. Um, yeah. So he was talking about giving females fish oil during breeding, putting male in every week to not miss breeding window, and that could get a male ready and to breed in 1 year. Oh yeah, you definitely get a male ready to breed in 1 year. And I've never done the fish oil thing. I don't know. I don't know if that does anything or not. Yeah, you can put the male in. You can try the male every week. I mean, I usually just wait till my females are blown up with follicles. Yeah, like that palpating or whatever he does, I don't do that. Every once in a while, like if a female's looking kind of swollen, I'll run my hand down her belly, and if I feel anything, just to see what's going on. But I don't put what Rob's doing is safer if you're not if you haven't been breeding for a long time, what Rob's telling people to do is a lot safer than what I do, which is just look at my snake and be able to tell by their body shape that they're ready to breed. So that's probably, yeah, my style is a little more haphazard if you haven't you've really done it a bunch of times. So yeah, because when people ask me how to breed snakes and what I do, I say I don't do anything. And when the female's blown up with follicles, I stick a male in. But that's literally how I breed retics. I don't do anything else. What localities of Philippines do we have pure pairs in that you know of? There is there was the pair of Mindanaos, but the male died, so we can no longer make F1s. There is a male bowl that got smuggled into the country, and the person got caught, and it's in a zoo, I think in Michigan. I think it's in a zoo up in Michigan. And then there's the bowls that, or there's the tribals that came in that were the Mindanao bowl crosses. That is it for Philippines, sadly. Okay, clickbait videos. Can't get the info out if you can't get them to click on the videos. Yeah, I don't know how to do clickbait. Well, I don't know. Maybe I think I just kind of am clickbait, to be honest. So I could make like little teasers videos saying I'll be showing my dick and yelling racial slurs so everybody tune in. That might work, and then we can just talk about how to properly feed your retic. People would be super disappointed when they clicked on it and it was just talking about retics, though, I think. Uh, that's what he was explaining, that everyone can't palpate like him, so that's the best way for a beginner. Well, I just I usually just literally, it's like once you start doing this long enough, like you will be able to see and like you'll be able to tell when your snake is really ready, because that's one thing I try not to do, and that's breed my snakes too early. um I really try not to breed my snakes too early, because then I get mad at myself. I get mad at myself if my retics breed. If I see my retics breeding more than 3 times, if I see them lock up, if I personally see them lock up more than 3 times, I get mad because I know I put the male in too early. So, but I mean that's really pushing it. That's really pushing it. So, but yeah, yeah. A lot of people like the whole palpating stuff. What the fuck? Hold on, I'm fucking with my shit. Okay, I have to move my screen a little bit because I was blocking an icon. I mean, just I can see like everything I need to see, but two little icons on my bottom of my monitor here. Yeah, yeah. Rob is real good at the palpating stuff, but I just don't do it. I think maybe I'll have him show me next time he's at my house. I'll be like, Rob, show me how you do this. Yeah, because a lot of people just wait for their snakes to go off food, which is a little iffy because some snakes like just never go off food. Like my Mindanaos don't go off food. So, what would a feeding uh, schedule look like to get a male ready in 1 year? Oh, it's honestly easy. If you have a male that's a good eater, I think I talked about this the other day. Feed it one big meal, and as soon as it digests it, like 4 days later, feed it a medium sized meal, like a big meal, big basically big meal, small meal, and you can do two. You can like if people are gonna say you're power feeding your snake, which you kind of are, but if you really want it to grow quick, 2 meals a week, one big, one small. The big one, then the small one. Big one, then the small one. So if you went like uh, big meal Monday, small meal Friday, and then just keep doing that every week. And the thing is though, when it goes into shed, don't try to feed it. And you can even give it like a week out of shed to let its digestive tract chill out, and then go right back into that. Like give it like 2 weeks off, like during the shed, and that's when it will actually grow. It'll grow in those. You'll see it start to grow in those during the shed and having a little bit of time off. So you do that. Like if you did that with the mainland for a whole year, that male would be over 12 feet. Like if you really did that, like and stuck to it for a whole year, that snake would be over 12 fucking feet. Yeah, easy. Snake would easily be over 12 feet. Yeah, no problem would be over 12 feet. So let's see how Patreon's doing. Let's jump up here to Patreon. And I don't really have anybody on Patreon. I got some people on there, just not a lot. All right, where the hell is Spencer? Spencer. He said, give me 15 minutes, 23 minutes ago. He has a lot of kids. I'm guessing that has something to do with that. Or he's on a business call. Hold on, we got something. Oh, he's jumping on. I gotta go back into Riverside. He's jumping on. Here we go. And then, yeah, so we'll get into the selective breeding. Yeah, any selective breeding questions, get them in the comments. Anything, any question, we'll try to get to all of them. So, yeah, could that same theory apply to females to try and add size for breeding? Yeah. I mean, you feed a retic like that, it's gonna grow like crazy. Hey, Spencer, how did they were asking me how to get a male breedable in a year, and I told them what I told you, like twice a week, big meal, small meal. How did that work?
Oh, it worked out great. I mean, because when I got him, I think everybody saw it was an uphill battle. I don't know. I feel like he was pretty small. Rodney,
Yeah.
would you agree when I got him?
Oh
It
yeah.
was like a hope and a prayer
Yeah.
kind of thing. So yeah, I would do a large meal, wait 4 days, small meal 3 days,
Yeah.
rinse and repeat. And then when he'd go into shed, I'd give him the shed time off plus an extra couple days, and then just keep going. So
Yeah. Yeah. Did you know? It seems like that shed time off in a few days really allows them to kind of grow. Yeah.
what's the news Spencer alluded to in his post today? What did I post?
Oh, that was something. I saw that too. You said something about something that happened. Support U.S. Ark.
Are you serious? I didn't say anything. Am I
Yeah,
getting hacked?
I don't know unless U.S. Ark's hacking your thing and telling you to go support U.S. people to go support U.S. Ark. It might have been
Mm.
an old post, like you might have
Oh, did I
shared.
maybe like
You might have
refresh
shared.
it or something weird?
You might have
I'm
shared a
sorry. Let me
memory or
see.
something.
I've been so slammed. I've literally been from thing to thing to thing today, but I do not recall posting anything today.
Yeah, it was U.S. Ark promo.
What?
I saw it
I got
too.
hacked by US Arc. I
Yeah,
swear. I have not posted anything about US Arc.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
They're let me
Oh
try.
gosh, let me see.
Yeah, because I
Oh,
saw.
is this an old freaking? Oh gosh, I know what happened. Gosh dang it. Okay, I see it now. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is what happened. There's a new feature on Instagram for those that don't know where you can schedule like old reels that were never posted to
Oh, okay.
Facebook, and that's probably what it is. I got to turn that off. People were like, what happened? Somebody die? Oh gosh, that was from the Florida thing. Remember the whole Florida thing, or the Fish and Wildlife, yeah, out
Oh,
of
okay,
Florida that
yeah.
killed all those snakes.
Oh,
That was like a couple of years ago, right?
yeah. And then Samson was significantly worse, and U.S. Ark didn't say a fucking word about it. And then
Yeah,
I had to
my bad, guys.
then
I gotta turn that shit
then I
off.
had to release everything because U.S. Ark backed out and ghosted Lucas. Yeah, I remember that.
Holy crap, dude! What is that? Creator tools and content. Yeah, share past reels to Facebook, and it was because for a long time a lot of my reels weren't getting posted to Facebook
Oh,
because Facebook was being stupid. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, a lot of this is just like old, fun content or whatever. And that's funny, man.
yeah. Everybody thought their snakes were illegal today from that post.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's actually funny.
Yeah, yeah, you didn't miss much. We were just talking about all the uh, very pro Garrett supporters on Retic Pursuit that are very anti-math,
Oh
and
yeah, I saw some post. What was the post? There was like somebody that was
I
like, I see all the shit that Garrett's getting or whatever, and it's like,
well, I just asked the
yeah.
question. I just asked the question how that Jamp mainland was only going to get 7 to 9 feet, dude, and they jumped on me, quick. I mean, the ROR
Oh
mob
gosh.
came out swinging, and because I called Andrew this morning, I was like, dude, it's like it's 2018 again. It's like it's 2018. These people are so angry.
It's like it's Groundhog's Day. We've seen this. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, it actually seems worse. Like they were like militant about it, and then they kept telling me I didn't believe in insular dwarfism and stuff. And I'm like, okay. Dude was sending me Clinton reptiles videos that was some. It was about Komodo dragons, but it was also about Garrett snakes. I'm like, how? I was like, how do we do an episode on Komodo dragons and work in Garrett snakes? And then I was down in the reptile room cleaning today, and that I don't really like him. That Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles. I kind of think
I met him once at Retic Fest.
I'm sure he's nice, but like he doesn't seem like
He's a
somebody I
nice
want to hang.
guy.
Yeah,
I think he actually has a pretty decent head on his shoulders because he got the Reach Out Reptiles tattoo and got it covered up. So
I would hope so.
yeah, and that was a cover up. That was a cover up.
Yeah. Well,
So
he does. One of his things came on today, and it was about the reptile hobby or industry's dead or whatever, and he was talking about these ball pythons used to be worth all this money, and then he's like, but unlike retics that hold their value, and nobody's doing it better than Garrett. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, no
Robbie,
wonder
we're gonna have to do like another one of these tomorrow
we're
because
gonna have to
like
do an
I
intervention. We need to do
we're
a
we need to
goddamn
do
intervention.
we need to have another one of these tomorrow. I'm so pissed because I thought I was gonna be able to start early with you.
Yeah.
And anyway, my time's limited today, which I'm pissed about. So we're gonna have to do another one tomorrow. We're gonna have
All
to do
right.
it. But
Yeah.
there's too much. There's too much, and we gotta let this thing simmer because I saw that in Retic Pursuit and I just saw
Yeah.
the comments. Like I don't know what they're at now, but I was like, all
Yeah.
right,
They're
this
going
is gonna be
hard.
crazy.
Yeah, they were being
So
mean to Randy too. Um, but no, so
don't be mean to Randy.
but yeah, if anybody has any questions on selective breeding, that's the topic we're gonna try to hit.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we're gonna try to talk about that, not make fun of Garrett. But
Like I said, we got to come back on. We got to come back on tomorrow. Yeah,
yeah,
let's
we
hit
can
it
we can
hard
we
for
can
30 minutes.
we can jump on tomorrow and make fun of the shit.
We need I need a day to freaking digest all the
What was the original
what's
question? The
going on.
original question is, not sure if it could be a good topic or not, but cover feeding and growth. Oh yeah, we'll go over that. Started increasing food with my Jamp female and the shed every 30 days for the last 3 months. Yeah, so we talk about feeding a little bit, and then but yeah, selective versus line breeding. Well, which kind of the one kind of encompasses the other. Um, I would say in retics the most obviously the most simple basic form of selective breeding is morphs. You know what I
Right.
mean? You know, it's the reproduce and morph. So that's the simplest. Probably the next most common is using dwarf and super dwarf blood to make them smaller. Um, and then after that, it's kind of like the line breeding, gene stacking. Like I would say the next after that, the most common is probably what Shane's doing. And Shane's Sunfire stuff. That's probably the most obvious example of line breeding. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I mean he's had a pretty uh, tight bottleneck situation on his genetics. I mean he's not really added much into them. Um, so I would have to say that's probably the most well known line breeding in the country. You know, for the retics, to
Well,
be honest.
and you can say what you want about Shane's stuff. I think people love it. Some people don't like it.
Yeah,
But it's very distinct.
yeah.
And I think that's a good example once again of like, hey, it might not be your cup of tea, but he has obsessed over
Everybody knows
making
it, whether you
making
like it or
making
you
orange snakes
yeah, whether you
floating
like it or you
epic.
don't like it. Everybody knows it.
I might get floating epicness tattooed on my hip.
There you go. You just you
So,
just you just run the gamut of all the tattoos and get to
well, yeah,
reach out next.
just go around the horn, man.
Yeah.
Um, no, and once and when it comes to people focusing on projects, like we've talked about at you know great extent, I think having shooting for something very specific or your own look or breeding for certain traits. Once again, how many retic breeders are actually doing that? If you think about it, like that are very cognizant of, hey, I'm doing this specifically with these secondary traits to get this end result.
Yeah.
Like like what's the percentage, Robin? Like of people that have actually done that consistently?
Uh, very few. And the
Yeah,
ones that have done it, it's been essentially limited to dwarf or no, dwarf super dwarf or gene stacking. You know what I
right,
mean? There's not
right.
like I keep talking about how we're going to start seeing Kalatoas and super dwarfs getting better because just now people are really starting to think about selectively breeding Kalatoas and my buddy Sean he's if he gets a good clutch it's going to change the trajectory of Kalatoas, that one clutch. If,
I might
if
want one. You never
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I honestly think it'll change the trajectory of Kalatoas because um, it's not going to be. If you can get, what would you rather have? A Karampa, a Medu, or an exceptional Kalatoa? You know what I mean? I'm going to go with what looks better,
Yeah.
because there's not really a size difference there,
Well,
so
and for people that think that adding like Madhu or Karampa in terms of the end result, like we're talking just like the ones that are being produced, like not selectively bred, don't have any crazy traits.
yeah,
Like the people that think that the people are going to be able to tell this crazy difference,
yeah, they're not.
it's nuts. And I think we've gotten to that point, hopefully for a lot of the folks watching, where it's like it really doesn't matter that much
No,
at all. I mean, like you mentioned, I think I am excited to see that clutch from Sean and just see what pops out of that
yeah.
because nobody's really focused on that with the Superdorf stuff.
No, no, and he has a high silver male McMillan
Hmm.
line he got off of Andrew to start working into it. So he's already setting himself up to start line breeding for those traits, outcrossing into high silver. So I mean, it's people behind the scenes. People are moving, So if you're
Yeah.
behind the scenes, not selectively breeding, you're getting left behind very much quicker than you think. So
Well, and the people that are actually doing it are going to stay ahead.
yeah,
That's the other thing. Is like your holdbacks are going to be your holdbacks for a reason. so
yeah,
so if you're not starting now, it's going to be a problem, I
yeah.
think.
Someone said, did his Sunfires come from Jay? Most of Shane's Sunfire stuff, I think, actually started with some some Sunfires from Travis. Travis had made some nice Sunfires, and I think Shane had got some of those, and he got some purples. I thought he got. I don't know where all his purples came from. I thought he got a nice purple from Yavino years ago, which Rob had used something from my stuff and something else I forget, but I'm not 100%. Shane used Hets, which meant it took forever to do what he's done. That is commitment for sure. And then he ruined them by breeding them into Team War blood. But
well, the thing is I'm surprised because he's got so many in some of his combos. He's got so much stacked in there.
yeah,
Honestly, when he labels those out, I'm like, I'm impressed that he can tell what it is. To be honest, like
yeah,
it's. I mean, the color is crazy. Like the orange is unlike any other orange probably out there, but
yeah.
I can't tell what's, orange glow, super sun,
Yeah,
albino, whatever it is.
they start to bleed together. But I would say the next level under what Shane's doing is obviously the Super Door stuff for size, which is obvious. I mean, and the marketing around that's been kind of a disaster. But and we just saw that the last day and a half on Retic Pursuit, the misunderstanding, the misinformation about that. But I mean that stuff. I mean that stuff will start to kind of clear up, especially if we can start putting out some like educational videos. I think it'll do okay. But I would say after that, then there's locality, um, selective breeding localities to improve morphs. I would say that's the next big level that people that the a lot of the main people in retics now are really looking to breed. I think that's what they're doing now. I think that's kind of like a baseline.
Yeah. Well, people see it. I think the perspective has completely changed and flipped on its head, where
Yeah.
people understand that making the same old, you know, crosses or morph crosses to SD blood,
Mm-hmm.
the aesthetic side is not coming up to par with some of the stuff that's happening with the medium-sized localities.
Yeah.
It's just it's a completely different ball game, and that's what I recognize with the Super Maluku stuff, with some of the tribal stuff, some of the Mindanao stuff. I personally realize that those localities have such a bigger impact on morphs than most of the SD stuff.
Yeah.
So
Well, because those other localities are giving you an opportunity to add color and pattern, where the Super Door stuff is not providing that.
yeah, yeah,
It's just not providing it. And and I think we'll come back to the Super Door or the improving morphs via locality. And there's actually another layer of selective breeding that's I've been doing. It's just starting to really catch on. Well, I wouldn't even say it's really starting to catch on. Uh, and we're talking about isolating specific traits, aspects of color, aspects of pattern. A good example of that is the back pattern on your snow.
right,
And
yeah,
that's kind of like not too many people are trying to isolate specific aspects of color or pattern yet. And I think it will get more into that. You know, I think it will really get more into that once people start to understand. Like, give you an example. I'm starting a new F1 line of Ternate in specifically to create distance and a gap, or at least a little bit of a spread between back diamonds. And I'm doing that so we can improve Aztec and Ocelot. I mean,
Right.
I don't know of anybody else in the U.S. that's like, I'm doing a specific breeding this year to specifically alter part of a pattern structure. You know what I mean?
Well, I think a lot of people, and myself included, I'm a noob, you know what I mean? But it's like in terms of in terms of becoming a skillful breeder, I think you have to invest in the education of what these different traits do, just like wild type to wild type in terms of color pattern, but then
Yeah,
also obviously the impact morphs have on said color and pattern as well. Because there's a lot of intricacies with that. You're
yeah,
looking at rosettes, you're looking at the back pattern, color, spacing, right? There's all kinds of different stuff, and so I think more people are way more open to learning now than ever before. And I know we've talked about it, but doing a segment, maybe even breaking down your clutches coming up from this year of
yeah,
explaining here's the female, here's the male, this is what I was going for, and this either worked out great exactly how I planned, or this was an experiment and it backfired on me and
yeah,
they still look good, but it didn't do what I thought it was going to do.
yeah,
So once we have, I think, more and more of those case studies and proof of concept, I think it's good. There's the mass adoption is coming
yeah,
with that.
yeah. Darren said, I think some locality crosses is another layer before putting to a morph also. Yeah, and I mean, and to be honest, that's what we should have done to begin with before. But just
The
we didn't
race
do
to
that.
the race to the bottom
Yeah. Well, what?
in terms of size. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we should have. I tried doing Kalatoa Salayers 12 years ago. I think it was that I got a clutch of
Mm.
slugs, and 10 years ago, I got I bred a wild caught ternate to a wild caught Kalatoa. She ovulated, went into shed, and died. So if that wouldn't have happened, we'd have had Super Malukus in 2016. If those two, they give you an idea. If those two clutches would have been good, we'd have had uh, Salea Toas in 2014 and Super Malukus in 2016. You know, so we would be
Yeah.
way ahead of where we're at now if we would have had those. But yeah, I think the locality crosses is the locality crosses. It's basically two things. It's a way to really offset because a lot of these crosses are with superdwarf. So okay, what we're doing there is we're trying to offset all the color and pattern loss from the superdwarf when we breed it. But
Hmm.
a lot of the locality stuff crosses that I'm interested in and working on now, and I have a clutch of them in the incubator, and I made a clutch last year. Is combining as many traits as possible that I know will help improve the look of retics. So, like the Felucus, like those are to me like people aren't don't really think they're a big deal, but I know what they're going to do long term, so they're a pretty big deal to me. So they're going to open up the door
The
for me.
base levels is being raised. Like
Yeah,
what people are starting off with, making the base stuff, and we've talked about that a little bit. Where obviously you've hit things out of the park with the Fractalis and the Apocalypto lines that you've made, but it's interesting because people look at that and they're like, oh wow, it's like crazy out of this world, but the base level stuff is being raised,
yeah,
where and that's what the foundational stuff is, where we need to really be starting, in my opinion, because there is a lot of pattern loss and color loss with just kind of your run of the mill Kalatoa stuff or whatever, or just running it back to that without some of the other locality traits involved with it. Um, because even some of the just the generic mainland stuff, you still have to refine that and bring that down.
yeah,
So I think thicker black outlining will with diamond separation will look great on a purple snow or phantom. I think that's what I'm shooting for to start. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of torn because I think there's a couple different ways that I can go with my snow female with that aberrant back pattern because I'm like, I think there's a couple different things we could do. Because I'm even thinking like, okay, what would a broken up ternate do with some of that? Make some hets. Obviously you can go high percent because she's already high percent and high percent double hets on that side too. So there's a couple different ways to go, but I think for me, I really want to refine what that look is going to be for the long term.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and if you even look at that, I think thicker black outlining with diamond separation. That wasn't a conversation anybody had 10 years ago. Nobody thought, you know what I mean? That's no.
Yeah, yeah. Even as soon as 4 or 5, 6 years ago, really. I mean,
Yeah.
people weren't. Um, I think the some of the things that were talked about were like very surface level stuff. Like,
Hmm.
oh, this locality, like Coyote's got these inky blacks or
Yeah.
something. But in comparison to Halmas or Ternates or whatever, I mean, it pales in comparison. But no, I think people have to take more of a scientific and more of a tactical approach with their breedings. Like just throwing two decent looking animals together, with no plan, I don't think it's not going to get your best result. So,
No. No, and I think the people that are actually got a plan, it's going to show in their production, and the people who
mhm.
don't got a plan but pretend they have a plan, that will also show in their
Well, and I
production.
talked about it on my live too. When I got started, I just knew I wanted to work with snows because I thought
Yeah.
snows were cool. And little did I kind of realize a couple few years later that I actually bought a really nice snow,
Yeah.
like in comparison to some of the other snows you see out there. So I kind of got lucky with that. Um, I'm gonna do a 62.5% Slayer SD Marble Phantom to a F1 Mindanao. Hmm. Should be
No,
interesting.
that'll be mixing it up. Yeah, and
That's a lot of color.
yeah,
Yeah.
Chris said his first locality cross will be an Anery Jam Palmahara.
See, that's gonna be sick, and I really want to do the Halmakai Wadi cross. I really want to do that. So,
Yeah, yeah, and this is stuff. I mean, and it's like it's crazy to see this stuff in the chats, and then look at the conversation that was happening on Retic Pursuit. You know
two
what I mean? So
different
it's like,
worlds. Yeah.
so I mean, this is the stuff we're talking about here. These are not conversations that's happening. They're not. There's. I'm not going to say nowhere, but like, like we'll just say, for example, Team Garrett. Those people are not thinking. They're not talking like this. They're not thinking about this long term. They're not thinking about how can I use a locality to mess with a back pattern or a side pattern or a color, or what can I do to improve a morph. So they're gonna they just think that they have the cream of the crop, and it's only gonna get, you know 7 to 9 feet. They're gonna be left
Well,
out. They're you know what I'm saying. If they plan on breeding that shit, they won't be able to move it. They'll be zero,
well, I
literally
think we're already
zero.
seeing that. I think we're
Yeah,
already seeing that with a lot of breeders that are stuck in that way of thinking. Um, and I think I don't know exactly what Garrett has. I've seen some of the stuff that he has, some of the adult stuff, and it seems like it's a lot of 50% double het stuff or whatever, and there's not really any progression there. That's the thing that I've kind of seen is there's not progression. I mean, even in the SD stuff, like say like an SD, Tiger, it's like how many times have we seen that,
yeah,
right? SD Platinum, it's like how many times have we seen that? Um, and then not having a game plan to improve it or to mix it up at all, like moving forward, you're just going to keep running it back to a Kalatoa.
yeah.
Like that's not a good
Well, see,
game plan.
I'm hoping I'm hoping to get a lot of my Ternate morphs to 87.5, so you can run that straight to a super dwarf.
Oh, 100%.
You know
You're
what I mean?
dipping
So
into the paint can,
yeah,
you
so
know?
once I can get that stuff to 87.5, I mean even 75 is good enough, but 87.5 to a pure super dwarf, I mean that's only 12.5% mainland blood left, and that's enough Ternate blood to override a lot of color and pattern loss. So you can do you can take one of those offsprings, breed them back to a pure super dwarf. Now you're at 75% and 20 some percent on the Ternate side, and still get a pretty decent looking animal with virtually no mainland blood in it. So and you said, well, how many times have we seen the tiger? How many times have we seen the platinum? And the sad part is, how many times have we seen the 87.5% super dwarf platinum? Like they're still doing, people are still doing these readings, but they're not. Only a handful of people are taking them up to those higher percentages.
Yeah, it's like I'd love to see a 98.75% platinum SD,
Yeah,
and and then we can talk about, oh, it's gonna stay whatever it's gonna stay.
yeah.
Stay. It's like, how many times back to Kalatoa are you gonna take that thing? But no, Brian's got a good question here. He says, has anyone bred locality crosses yet to see how varied the traits are in the offspring?
Uh, not really, not really. I mean, Garrett did his goat stuff, which made no sense when he had Tamalongans and Salayers.
The goat line.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I did the Felucus last year, and it did make the tribals really nice. I mean,
Yeah.
the Felucu tribals are probably nicer than just straight Philippine tribals. The normals, I was just looking at it. I have two males left from that clutch, and the one male's got so much side banding and so much color on it. I need to put him up for sale. He's just been hanging out here because I wanted to see what his color did, and I mean, yeah, he's got amazing color on him.
Well, I remember, I think the big thing that converted me, or I think one of the snakes that you had that converted me, number one was the Apocalypto stuff. Number two was I think was it Mindanao Sun Tiger
Oh yeah, those
stuff you
sun
had.
tigers.
Those
Yeah,
were insane.
yeah,
Those were, and you're like in your basement, and I'm like, can you imagine, like
yeah,
outside? You know what
yeah,
they look, you like it was kind of just like a dim video, and I'm like, that thing is in. It looks like a lightsaber. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It just
yeah.
glows.
My mail's down at Sean's right now. He's going to try to make some Mindanao Kalatoa orange glows with them.
Yeah, it's gonna be nutty.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. That's the other thing we need to start getting these localities into some albino stuff.
Well, that's what I'm waiting for. I would love
Yeah,
some. I'd love a ternate het purple or het snow right now.
yeah,
I mean, that'd be sick.
yeah.
Um, I've had a couple SD breeders tell me I'll sit on ternate crosses because of how much bigger they get from some SD. Some think size overlooked, but I'm not sure. Well, you should be sure. It's it's a no brainer in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're doing. I mean, if you get, I'll tell you what, how many people with SD marbles are still pulling 1,500, 2,000, 2,500 off their SD marbles? You know what I mean? That's not.
I saw an SD marble the other day that was, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years old,
Hmm.
and I was like, I just wasn't impressed at all. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
just, and we've been spoiled. Like I think we've been spoiled with some of the marbles that have been made. You know, some of the stuff that is out there with the locality influence, and I'm just like, and I'm not a big marble guy, you know, anyway, but I was just not really impressed, unfortunately.
no, I mean that's uh, to be honest, Superdorf is not a good locality for that gene.
Yeah,
Not at least not in a high percentage set. You know what I mean? Unless you can, until there's selectively bred aberrant pattern superdwarfs, it's not going to be a good fit. You
Yeah.
get to 75% on it, and it's just going to be a striped snake because that's what it's the nature of the gene itself. It's not. I don't even know. It should not be called marble. I don't know what the hell it should be called, but it actually doesn't.
Because it's
Yeah.
not like marbling,
No,
really.
no, and no. It just does. I mean, if it truly caused marbling, there wouldn't be any striped out marbles. You know.
Right. It would just be like this chaotic kind of
Yeah.
all the way around, right?
Yeah, because I was talking to Ryan Conkey about that because a lot of the super marbles have been very unimpressive. And I was like,
Hmm.
we need to try to make a crazy super marble. Because if we can make a crazy super marble, then that means we can basically make entire clutches of crazy marbles.
Right. Right.
So I'm probably gonna start. I'm probably gonna start that project. Um,
If Kalatoas are getting better with selective breeding, I'd like to see what can be done with Madu and all the other locality types. I agree. I mean, it's just a matter of the people that have pairs, are they willing to, or multiple, willing to actually focus on that?
yeah.
That's the bigger question. I don't know if people are willing to do that. Because a lot of people, that's their bread and butter. They'll spit out, 30 Kalatoas or something, and they'll make decent money on those.
Yeah.
Madus and it's like what we're going to see with Karompas this year. Now, granted, there's not a lot to work from to begin with, but um, those are going to be bread and butter animals for some people,
Oh
which
yeah,
I
for
get.
sure,
So,
for sure.
um, I'll have your head purples head or ternate head purple soon, dude. That'd be dope. I mean, I'm honestly potentially interested. I think it'd be sick to maybe take a male ternate with some crazy pattern. That's a het purple to that snow. We'll see. Um, what else? What did Darren say?
Got my 87.5, 1.1 are 50% Kaiwadi, 37.5 Kalatoa, and they are real nice, and both have high silver and silver eyes. Yeah, I talked to Dax today, and I was telling, I think it was Dax I was talking to about I'm going to start working more and more silver projects.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start working more and more high silver projects with the Mocha stuff. Because I know people are going to start making as soon as we get a good solid silver line of Kalatoa, like a good solid silver line, that's going to be a great line to start working with.
Well, I've got that one female, that Daniel Solis female. That
Yeah,
I mean, I mean, she's so silver, man.
yeah,
So it'll be interesting.
yeah. So,
Um,
but yeah, for the selective breeding, I mean, it's there's all the baseline stuff, but I think the people that are really pushing it forward are in that locality to manipulate morphs, localities to manipulate super dwarfs, and selectively breeding within localities to manipulate specific aspects of color and pattern and try to isolate specific traits and get them as reproducible as possible. And I really think that's the end goal. I don't know if you can really take it much farther than than trying to at least get some sort of ability to reproduce a manipulated aspect of color or pattern. Outside of, I'm trying to make a new morph, but I'm kind of setting the bar a little high. To of uh, I'm trying to that Curious morph. I'm trying to create it. I'm trying to like literally lock in those traits until it's a morph. So we're gonna
did you
see.
see that? Did you see that Curious Claw
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
combo
I thought it
thing?
looked good. I thought it looked
I thought it
okay. I
looked
mean,
pretty cool.
I like the amount of silver on those animals. But the thing I actually like about that is I like how it dominates the pattern structure, very similar to Jag.
Yeah,
If I can,
it's got
if I
that jag-like look.
yeah, if I can create a new baseline pattern structure that other morphs have to work within, then you can create a lot of really different looking stuff that way. A lot of
Right.
really different looking stuff that way. So yeah, we'll see what we can get going with that. Because I think that with I mean, even have they made that in pecan yet? Have they done the pecan version of the Curious pecan? Because that might look nice.
I'm wondering
Um,
if Emon did that or not.
I don't know if they did that or not. Because I was
I
looking at
don't
my
think they have. I don't think they have.
yeah, because I was looking at my pecan today, and I was looking at how spaced out the rosettes are, and I'm like, man, I can avoid striping on almost anything. All I got to do is make this black thicker. So I have a couple other things planned for the pecan, but one of the big thing is thicken up the black on the back pattern,
Yeah.
and with the there's so much distance between those rosettes that I should be able to avoid striping altogether on a ton of stuff. So
Yeah, that's huge. That's
yeah,
huge because
and I
that's
may
a
maybe
common issue.
yeah maybe that's the next kind of like the next step is fine tuning, finding an example of a morph that already has some of the traits of a trait you're already trying to kind of exaggerate in a locality, and just I just keep you just keep pushing it forward for selective breeding. Just keep pushing it forward. Um, and I honestly I think as more selective breeding happens, I think people are going to start popping out morphs.
Well, a lot of this stuff, I mean, it hasn't been done enough. I mean, you can only imagine the possibilities that are going to be out there. You know,
Yeah,
um, yeah. I mean, because you have a couple things that are pretty nutty.
yeah,
I would consider their own thing. You
yeah.
know.
I'm hoping. I am hoping, especially that one that looks like the black stripe.
Yes. Yeah.
That
That
thing.
one's sick. That one's crazy. That
Yeah,
one's crazy.
yeah. Because I want to get that into ocelot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I'm either going to run that into a ternate to kind of exaggerate it, or I'm just going to run it right into an ocelot because I don't know what the hell the ocelot version of that will do. I mean, it should make it. It should. I think it'll make it have like a weird labyrinth type look. To be honest.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see with the amount of black.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
has the potential to have a massive amount of black on it.
Well, I was telling you, the one thing that I would want to do is try to figure out how to maximize, what animals I would need to put together to make the most black, in terms
Yeah.
of like four scale, like consistently
Yeah.
or something. Like, and just keep going after that because I would love to see some morphs taken to some of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's
So
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can selectively breed for it. I mean, I already, I already proved it's easy to get the. It doesn't take more than a generation or two to get the three scales. It really
right,
doesn't. So, Andrew's gonna have. Andrew should have some 3 and 4 scale thick black ternates this season because of the
really,
yeah. He has one of my girls. I actually sold it to him that has almost the whole way down her sides. The black connects from the diamond the whole way to the belly scale. Decently thick black. And then the male he has an aberrant back pattern. He has very thick black. Very thick black.
that's nuts.
So
That's nuts, man.
Andrew should be producing um 3 and 4 scale thick pattern structures this season. So
It's tempting.
yeah, because we got and his other clutch, both clutches should have that. The one clutch will have a little bit more color. The one that should have the thickest black will actually be very dark. It'll probably end up being like a really dark red phase with like 3 to 4 scales thick black.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it'll be nice if it's aberrant too. So if we get some busted up back diamonds and then 3 to 4 scales
The
thick
black.
connecting the whole way down the side, yeah. Yeah, because like what I'm trying to do, and I don't know if people have really looked at this. Sometimes there's a strip of black scales on the bottom or at the belly, and sometimes they'll like roll up into the black that comes down off of the
Yeah, it'll bleed
rosette.
down. It'll bleed
Yeah,
down.
but I'm trying to put a black. I'm actually trying to put a black line of scales on the where the belly scales meet the side scales. I'm trying to put
Almost like
another.
a border. Almost
Yep,
like a border.
I'm trying to throw a black border on.
Well, I want to get us back to the point. I don't know if you've got anything, but behind the curtain over there,
Mhm.
Doctor Oz. But
Mhm.
when it comes to the black belly scales, man, I would die. I would die to try to
See if you can.
find,
Yeah,
yeah, or recreate that.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
neat.
that'd be sick.
It'd be neat if we could get black belly scales on like a purple or an Indo or orange glow, and then have that
Have
color on
it
the
be
belly.
purpled out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be nice. What's up, Ryan? Are you coming on tonight? You coming on tonight to talk about all your feeders and stuff? Let me know. I'll send you a fucking link.
Have we opened the swear jar yet?
No.
Well, you're not on my.
Yeah, I'm not on
You're
yours. Yeah, so we're
yeah,
not. It shouldn't
running
be too.
amok then.
It shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. Who was it? Brian.
We're
Brian
gonna have
yesterday.
to. You know what? I said tomorrow, Rodney. My next 2 days, 2.5 days are shot.
Oh,
So
that's
we
no
might
big
have.
deal.
We might. I mean, if you're down, maybe for Sunday, that would be really good.
Yeah,
We can
yeah,
do
we
a
can talk
long
shit
one
on
on
Garrett
Sunday.
on Sunday.
Yeah. Give me some time. Give us some time to digest. What the hell's going on right now? So,
Yeah.
um, when observing fine details like how many scales pigment is taking up, do you prefer looking at the animal or taking very good pictures and studying those?
Uh,
Both. I don't
well,
know.
yeah, I notice shit immediately. I pick up on that
You
because
got an eye for it. I mean, I've slowly started trying to look at things differently instead of just looking at
yeah,
the whole thing.
yeah. No, I, I, I honestly, when I hatch snakes out, I'm like this, like 6 inches from my face when I hatch something out, and because I mean that dude, that's literally how I pick my holdbacks. I'm going over every inch of that snake.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
really am. What do you mean, don't yet? When are you coming on tonight or
What
what? What's up, Ryan?
what is he talking about? Because he's got to fill my seat. I got to leave in like a couple minutes here.
Yeah, what the shit, Ryan?
No, this has been really good. And once again, it's I think it takes time. I mean, just like when you get started and you're learning about, you know, codoms versus recessives
Yeah.
versus localities. Um, I think I downloaded the wrong retake podcast. I don't know if that's a slight or if that's like a compliment, but
No,
we'll take it.
that's your lucky day is what that is. Lucky
Um,
day.
don't start the swear jar. Oh, come on.
All
Well,
right.
yeah, yeah,
Send me a message on Facebook Messenger and I'll send you the link.
yeah. No,
So,
let's plan on Sunday afternoon to do
okay.
like a breakdown one, and then we can go on my channel and yeah, we can have some fun. But I got
Yeah,
to bounce, so
yeah, because I do want to talk a little bit. I want to see how the discussion goes on Retic Pursuit on some of this stuff because I mean they're really mad. They're really mad at me. And they're mad at Randy. They're mad at anybody who says anything. And I'm like, I mean, it's just 2018 vibes that I'm getting. And I'm like,
is that the new like that must be the new US Super Dwarf page then because that was Garrett's old page, right?
yeah, but
Um
I don't know if that page is active. I'm not allowed on it because he got real mad because I posted a poll and that said, "Sh- should we I said, should we rename the page to the 7 localities Garrett sells? Yes or no?" And I got thrown off for posting that poll.
I remember that. I actually remember that. What was that?
Yeah,
That was like was that
that's,
5 years ago?
yeah, it's at least three or
Yeah.
four.
I think it was about 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because for some reason he got to decide what snakes were Dorse and Super Dorse, and it was like just happened to be the 7 he sells.
Well, that's what you because you mentioned you could have had Super Malukus in 2016. And I was like, I think Garrett wouldn't have even bought those even if he could have.
No.
Because he's so against any other locality that
Yeah.
exists
No, he ain't gonna be
in
against him for
existence.
too long.
Well,
Dude,
I
what's
mean,
he gonna
it's
do?
adapt or die. I mean,
I think I think he'll die. I don't think. Do you think he'd ever just be like, "Oh, I'm working with Philippines.
I think he'd
How
have to
was?"
just delete his entire catalog of videos off his YouTube and start over.
Yeah,
Light a match.
just go into denial. I never said any of this stuff. What are you guys talking about? That wasn't me. Yeah, no, I love turnates. I
Well,
don't know what you guys are talking.
the funny thing about it is like it'd be one thing if he fought it for like 6 months. It's been like 7 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like a resistance. This ice wall he's built up in his mind about the great ice wall against Rodney and any other locality outside the seven I put on a poster. Um,
dude, it'd be
yeah.
so funny if we got importation back.
You know what's going to be really funny is if we all take a trip over there.
Yeah.
Do our
Dude,
own
if we got
scientific
importation back,
research.
he would fold so quick because my prices are the same as they were before we lost importation. Like I would literally have to adjust nothing. I'd literally have to adjust nothing because the animals are actually more expensive now. So you're probably looking hell to get a wild caught pair of turnates now. You're probably from the wholesaler. You're probably paying between 6 and 1,000.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I would actually, if we got importation back, I'd probably have to raise my prices because the price of imports are so much higher now. that
Yeah.
I could be like, well, I guess they're all 4,000 a pair now since wild caughts are 1,500 a pair. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's nutty, but all right. Well, we'll do something Sunday. Let's do that. I'll let Ryan come on.
All right, yeah,
I gotta
Ryan,
bounce.
yeah. Take it easy. So Sunday, what time? Let me know what time.
All right, we'll do it Sunday afternoon.
All right,
See ya.
later. All right, so Ryan's gonna come on and talk, and then we'll open this up. We're not talking shit on any pages. We're just talking shit on the retards on the pages. Ugh. Yeah, I sent you a message. Didn't you get it? Didn't I? I sent you I sent it right on Facebook. Look, it's right there. You didn't open it, Ryan. It's right there. Riverside Studio. Yeah, open your Facebook Messenger. You should have this downloaded from last time, so it should take you right in. It shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, so we'll do the yeah, Ryan, you might have to come on Sunday too when we do the when we do the Garrett misinformation breakdown video. Yeah. Oh my. So Ryan will be on momentarily, and then we will. Yeah, Ryan's got some big announcements about feeders, and we've been wanting to get him on to talk about that, and hopefully he's going to be able to start supplying the retic people with stuff very soon, and that'll be great. Because I honestly think that the retic community, I think we need to start networking for the shit we need more within the community. You know what I mean? So if you're a retic person that has really good access to feeders, caging, whatever, kind of just start reaching out to people and letting people know. I used to sell rabbits. I had a crazy connection for rabbits up in this random ass part of northwest New York. It was like 3 hours away. I used to drive up there. I had a van at the time, and I would just load up on rabbits. I got them dirt cheap. I used to get them for 50 cents a piece. I used to get rabbits and lambs for 50 cents a piece, or not 50 cents a piece, 50 cents a pound. And man, I wish I could still get, I wish I could still get rabbits at 50 cents a pound. That would be fantastic. I don't think you can even raise a rabbit 50 cents per pound anymore. I know their feed like went through the roof. Yeah. So I should have brought my new pet alligator on. I had an alligator get dropped off this morning. So I think I might have found him a home though. Well, not yet. He'll probably be here for a while, living in my kitchen. I have to go get it some sort of setup. Well, it has a little half-ass setup now, but I'm gonna get it set up a little better. Yeah, I had a very similar I had a very similar van to Samson, very similar van to Samson, and it was amazing. Then I had one of those oh, what were those other? I had a different van after that. It was like one of those like really like top of the line hot shit fucking camper van type things. It had like the bed that folded out, and then it had the TV with the VCR. Remember like the TV VCR combo that you were hot shit if you had one of those in your bedroom back in late 80s, early 90s. Um it had one of those in it. It had a vacuum in it. It had a vacuum in it. Hold on, I gotta send Ryan this link again. God damn it. Hold on. But yeah, it was awesome. And it was super comfortable. It literally drove like a Cadillac, but it was only a 1500. My other van was a 150. My other van was a 350. And when I'd take it to get all those rabbits, man, like there was I had one trip where I forget how much weight I had in it. It was well over 1,000 pounds, like well over 1,000 pounds, and you could just see the shocks on the van uh, getting. It was probably like 2,000 pounds, 2,500 pounds. It was a lot of weight, and I had to go because it's all like crazy ass hills and shit between like here and this rabbit place. And I was like, man, I hope I don't smoke these brakes going home. I really hope. Yeah, that was the one time I was worried about driving home. I had so many rabbits. My pair of red-faced ternates have checkerboard bellies. Lots of black scales on both of them. Pairing them up this fall. Yeah, that pair should make some neat shit. I'm breeding rats. Shit, I think I have 200 or 300 large rats off one $50 bag of feeders and 2 bags of bedding, or two off $50 bag of feed and 2 bags of bedding. Haven't set the sleep chamber yet, so I don't know about that. I think those numbers are crazy. Yeah, yeah. Rodents is where it's at, man. Feeders is where it's at. Before I got sick with limes, I'd actually was going to start doing dubia roaches, and I'd built the whole rack. I'd built this big rack. I marked off a section in my snake room to get it going. I bought like 10, 20, 30,000. I don't. I think I bought 20,000 dubias. And I was ready to rock, and then Lyme's disease is awesome. So Darian had only been into dubias for like I don't know. I don't even know if he'd been in them 2 years, and I was trying to figure out another way to make money in reptiles. And I found out about dubias, and everyone was kind of shitting on them back then. I was like, no, these are an amazing product. I know a good product when I see it, and they're gonna take over. So I built this big dubia rack, and I started that in October of 2015, and by spring of 2016, I was sick. And it wasn't happening. I wish it would have though, because I'd be very rich, very rich. I would be. I would either be partnered up with Darian at this point, or I would have been his main competition because I was ready to rock on that shit. Yeah, I knew that. I knew absolutely knew for a fact that dubious because like a while like back then people were still like skeptical, like people don't like roaches, they're not going to use them, everyone wants crickets. I'm like, crickets stink, they're loud, they're annoying, they die. It's like, no, the dubia roaches are such an excellent product compared to crickets and even millworms. So I knew they were gonna take off. All right, hold on, now what? It says, I'll try. Hold on. Let me. All right. I will resend this again. Hold on. Let me try. All right. Hold on. Here we go. Um. Okay. Let me send via emails. Now, this has to work. There's no reason this would not work. Okay, we're going to try this again. And we're going to send this around one more time. One more time. Ryan, if you're listening, try copy and pasting this into your browser. Instead of just clicking on it, try to copy and paste it to a browser and see what happens. Oh, hey, yeah, you're going to need, if you're on your phone, you're going to need the app. So like, I don't know how that works. So do that. Go into the app or something. Yeah, that should be fine. I did Dubious for my bearded dragons, man. Once it gets going, they reproduce so much, but they do end up stinking. Not as bad as crickets. Well, that's the thing. If you keep them clean, if like you really, because a lot of people, that was the one thing I thought was weird about Dubias when I was doing a ton of research on them. They're like, no, you don't clean them. You do this. You let them. They need all that frass, all their fucking shit. I'm like, man, they don't need that much shit. I think it's the babies actually need it. It's, I don't know, like if there isn't shit for babies to eat it, like they fucking die or something. Um, but no, I used to clean mine, and that really kept the smell down. I also didn't give mine any of those water crystals. None of my shit got water crystals. Yeah, I would just get I'd even came up with like this awesome method of feeding them, so I didn't have to give them those poison ass water crystals, because you should not feed those to anything, let alone feed them to something, then feed that something to a pet. So I took I would take oatmeal and rice and cook it off, and and uh, let it cool down, and I just had an ice cream scoop. I put an ice cream scoop of that mixture. And I was also, they had something in, because I used to work in kitchens in like hospitals and nursing homes and stuff. And they had something called Thicket. It was for people that couldn't swallow right or something. And you could take something that was very liquidy and just drop in this Thicket shit. What's up, Ryan? And that was something I was going to use. I was going to buy a whole Roku thing to grind up all the shit and go from there, but I didn't. Yeah. What's up?
Nothing. Finally figured it out.
Yeah, yeah. I've been telling everybody you're going to come on because you had big announcements.
Oh God, now you're just boosting me up, huh?
Yep, big announcements from Ryan. Giant
Oh, good.
announcements.
Yeah, all right. Sure.
Industry changing
Just
announcements.
epic, huh?
Yep, epic announcements. Yeah.
Yeah, huge. No, but I am working really hard right now on getting my facility set up so that I can start producing rodents. I've already started producing rodents. I don't have enough yet to start offering to the public. But I'm producing high quality rodents, and my goal is going to be, I'm going to start in Wisconsin. That's where I'm from. But my goal eventually is to branch out and then supply nationwide. And what I hope to do is give all the members of this kind of group some kind of discount code or whatever, and offer really affordable rodents to everybody, along with rabbits, which is
Yeah.
huge for us.
Yeah, rabbits are definitely what we need. What's the rabbit situation now?
I can get them. I just haven't figured out shipping yet. So I can get pretty
Okay.
much anything for rabbits.
Okay. Um, how soon do you think you'll be able to ship?
It's a good question. I don't know. I got to get with a couple of people.
Okay. All right. And what kind of prices are you offering right now on
I
rabbits?
knew you were going to ask me that. Don't ask me that yet.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll
But
talk
what
off camera. Here's the
what
thing. What I want to do is I want to come up with something realistic that's
yeah.
affordable. Obviously, it's a business. I got to make a little bit, but
Yeah.
I think the prices we see right now are absolutely outrageous. And my goal is to figure out why. Is shipping truly that much that
No.
they have to inflate or are they
No.
just running way too high of overhead?
Yeah, I want to look up see how much they are on Rodent Pro right now. Rodent. Glad I can't spell rodent. Rodent Pro.
RODENT.
I nailed it. Second try. I got it.
Attaboy. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I was starting to spell my name. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
that
I was,
checks out.
yeah, I was starting to spell my name. That's what happened. Okay, let's go. Let's see what they're going. Let's rabbits. Well, that's the thing. Like, if you only have them, unless you're rich, that can't be right. A half a pound to 1 pound, $14 for one, fourteen
Yeah,
ninety
dude.
nine.
Yes, that's what I'm
Who the
saying.
fuck?
It's absolutely insane, dude.
And a medium rabbit is only 2 to 4 pounds. That's like a small ass rabbit.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Dude, a 6 pound rabbit is $25.99.
yeah, yeah.
Are these
It gets
fucking golden? Are they golden rabbits? Like what are they? Oh, hot deal. Double extra
uh-oh.
large, 8 to 10 pounds, 24.64.
You better get a
That means that
golden rabbit
that
foot with that.
that means it would cost me $75 to feed my Sola because I'd need three of them. She could do four, but I'd give her three.
Wow. See, my question is, would people prefer a
Wow.
per rabbit price and I give like a weight range, or would people prefer a per pound?
Per pound.
You think
Per
so? Because
pound.
everybody
Yeah,
does it
it's a
that way.
hundred.
Everybody does it that way.
100%. I can tell you 100% per pound because the like, and this is the thing. Like, they're charging $26 for an 8 to 10 pounds. So that's bullshit. There's a 2 pound swing. And on this in that 14.99 that was a half a pound to a pound. So it's 14.99 for either a half a pound or double that.
The problem is when you start getting up into the higher weights, it gets outrageous. Like, well,
Oh
okay,
yeah. 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 What do we got here? Ryan where in Wisconsin are you from? I am in Marshfield.
dude, that's funny. I'm in Allenton, so
Wow.
it's not that far. You don't know that. It's right outside of Milwaukee.
Okay. So cuz Chris needs rabbits.
Yeah, I can get it.
He
I can get
probably
them.
could he could probably use some rabbits. Big Worm, I need rabbits. Where are you at? Where are you at? Let's see if we can get you some rabbits. Super dwarf, and mainland rabbits. Yeah, exactly. How big do those SD rabbits get? They get 7 to 9 feet. That's how big they get. Reach out
You
is
beat me
live.
to it.
Reach out is live right now.
Are they?
Yeah. Wonder what's he lying about? What, what's he lying about tonight? So,
You'll make $1 million if you breed two 50%ers together.
yep. Yeah, because they'll only get the size of a pure. Dude, you get rabbits for 125 a pound? Who the hell is your rabbit supplier? We need to
Oh
go.
my
We need
God.
to go pay
Yeah, we
them a
need to go with,
visit.
yeah,
Yeah,
I need to talk to him.
yeah. We need to talk. I need. Duran needs rabbits in Vegas.
We'll
Just
get
feed him.
shipping. We'll figure it out.
Just feed them dead prostitutes. Just cut them up into pieces.
Jesus, Rodney.
Fucking, your snakes might get hepatitis, but other than that, they'll be fine. Um,
I can't with you sometimes.
Yeah, but no, so that'll be great. You'll have that shit up. You'll have at least the rabbits, I'm guessing, up and running probably this year or in the next few
Yeah.
months. Okay.
Yep. And I really hope to have the rodents in full swing by the end of this year. Like
Okay.
that's my goal.
Okay. Big Worm is in Minnesota.
Oh, not far.
Dude, that is dirt ass cheap.
Dude,
125 a
120.
pound.
Yeah.
That is dirt ass cheap. That's an FFA rabbit show rabbit connection right there. That's what that is.
That's even cheaper than that.
Yeah, I think I'm paying. I was paying $1.50 a pound, but the food went up so much. They're like we gotta charge you $2. I'm like, whatever, charge me two
Yeah.
bucks a pound. Charge me $2. I should probably just buy them their feed because it'd probably be cheaper for me to buy them their feed and keep it the same price.
Yeah. I tried to find a person who wanted to just like go in on it with me. I said, look, we'll buy like, a bunch of rabbits and
Yeah.
I'll sell them. I'll kick you some, I'll pay for the feed and I'll kick you a bit of the profit. Nobody wants to do it, dude.
No, rabbits are a pain in the dick. Nobody wants to deal with them. I was thinking about because like springtime, you can get like tons of like cheap chickens and ducks and all kinds of shit. I was
Yep.
thinking about because you can just CO2 them. Um, I was thinking about if I had a place to put them to like let them grow up for like 6 months, because they'll just like eat. Like if I had like a big, like if somebody had like a farm area where I could just be like, get 1,000 chickens ordered and they could just run around their farm for 6 months and then we could just CO2 them.
Dude, we could probably do that.
Well, yeah, but you think about, I mean, it doesn't cost much to feed chickens. Like you're gonna have a
No.
couple $100 in tops on their food. Um, but yeah, I mean, because if there's a lot of places that get overstocked, and if you like, they don't take that long to grow. You can you
No.
just raise them
That's
up
not a
and
bad idea. Gas them and then freeze them
yeah,
like a Thanksgiving turkey.
yeah,
Send out a butterball. Do a butterball special during.
yeah, yeah. Because you could get, yeah, I mean, because when there's also overstock at the end of the year that they can't move. Like I'll give you an example, like Tractor Supply and all those places. As soon
Yeah.
as the feathers come in on the peeps, because they're usually like 5, 6, $4, whatever a piece. As soon as the feathers come in on those chickens they try to sell, they're like 50 cents or a quarter because they don't look cute anymore. Which is like
Oh, sure.
a horrible thing that they're just trying to sell people a cute little chicken that grows feathers and then is ugly and nobody wants. It's kind of like the fucking baby alligator sitting in my kitchen. Um, it's just a dumb thing to get. But no, I mean, like, so you you get a hold of some of these big bird companies. I have access to frozen chicks. I just don't have a van anymore because I have to take 5 or 10,000 at a clip. You know.
That's a lot, dude.
Yeah, but I can whole if I got them, I'd want to wholesale them to people. I wouldn't want to. I really wouldn't want to get into the whole. I mean, I could ship them, but I'd like to just find people to just take them. Be like take 1,000 lots.
Right.
That'd be the best case scenario. But Sean is looking at starting up a possible pig chicken connection here on the East Coast to start. Yeah, because I'm really hoping that the retic community can start kind of providing for itself a little better. Because they like look those prices on fucking Rodent Pro. They're just that's not feasible. That's not like that's you can have one snake at those prices. You
Right.
know.
And then it's
So
justifiable.
yeah.
But
So I mean, if we can get affordable food for these snakes and enough people connected, that means more people can afford to have them and feed them. So I want to see that happening. Definitely want to see that happening. So
yeah, that'd be great.
yeah. I'm just hoping, man. I'm hoping you get those rabbits. Are you going to be able to do anything for Tinley? Because I think
Yeah.
Andrew's going to try to get a load of them off you.
Andrew just called me yesterday. He said he was going to talk to you. So yeah, I can bring him to Tinley. And that goes for anybody. If anybody wants me to bring rabbits, I can bring
Yeah.
them. So hit me up.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a pig guy if anyone is interested. Yeah, we're actually working on, dude, because over here, East Coast, man, dude, there's so many pigs, it's ridiculous. I don't really do pigs. I mean, if I could get a super cheap, I'd supplement a little bit because I do like the thicker bone, the higher calcium, but I don't like cleaning them up when they come out. That's not fun. That's not fun
Mm-mm.
at all.
It's so gross, dude. When
Yeah,
you feed pigs, man,
yeah,
it's a different thing.
yeah, it's disgusting. So how's the collection going? What are you looking at for this year for production?
So we got in the incubator we have the orange glows
Hmm.
and endos.
Yeah.
So those are 50% in Jamp, and we should produce Motley GC endos, orange glows, and then a combination of everything in between.
Oh, okay. So
So I'm
and
excited.
they're
Go
about
ahead.
30 days in, aren't they?
I don't even know. I'm trying not to count, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing with those retics taking about 80 to 90 days. Like, it's a waiting game for sure.
I'm like 20 days in, dude. It's
Oh, is
killing
that
me.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
And then what else you got going? What else you potentially got going?
My pure Kalatoa, um, that silver line from Joe.
Yeah.
I paired up. Eric Lee sent me his Mochino
Anthrax.
Anthrax. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tiger Anthrax. So we paired that up, and I'm pretty sure she's gravid. She's looking thick.
Yeah. That's kind of a big deal of a clutch, you know.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, that's a long project, but that's going to be awesome. With the fact that you already have your clutch hitting,
Yeah.
you had another one in between there, which I have a pair of
Yep.
50% hets. So
Yep.
we're
Yeah.
well on our way. Well on our way.
Yeah, so I mean that's really going to help kick off the Anthrax Superdoor shit. Really going to
Yep.
help kick it off.
Yep.
Um, then you got your turn 8 girl.
Yeah, I got to figure out what's going on her. She's just so weird, dude. I
Yeah.
just don't know. So we'll see what's going on with her. Hopefully she lays. If she lays, that'll be 75% Motley Ternate.
Yeah, and Tiger.
And Tiger, yeah, and
Yeah.
Tiger, yeah.
So yeah, I'll
And then
be
I got, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, those will be super nice. I'm excited. I'm excited for that clutch.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. I really want to see what those look like. Um, so I mean that's right there is three, and then I'm looking at my high percentage Superdoor females. They're 37. I have sisters. They're
Hmm.
37.5% Kalatoa, 37.5% Madu,
Hmm.
and then like I don't know whatever, like 3 Jamp or something. They're both Anery, and then one's a platinum, Anery platinum, and they're
Oh, okay.
Posset purples. So I'm gonna put my 50% Jamp GC Orange Glow Snow
Yeah.
to them and try to prove them out.
Oh, that'll be neat. You think they're gonna go? They looking like they're yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, there was weird. There was like because the weather was real weird here. So like it got cold and then it warmed up, so breeding slowed down. Then we got hit with a major cold front here. That's kind of starting to move out. So now breeding starting to kick back off.
I was afraid I was like missing everything and I wasn't going to get any clutches this year.
Yeah.
And then everything just started going and I was like, holy cow, I might have more than what I even planned for.
Yeah. Well, originally I was breeding for Rob this season, so I started breeding. I was just breeding way more stuff than I normally do, and so yeah, it's looking like I'm gonna have this will probably be. There's a chance this will be my largest production year ever.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But
Yeah.
I mean, you have the highest call for your stuff right now than you've ever had. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it's probably a good year to,
Yeah.
be that. Sorry, my dog's jumping out here. Say
Oh, I
hi.
don't care. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
plus,
Okay.
I have like everything I have's like a one-off clutch. It's not like everything I'm doing this year is like this specific thing. It's not like it's not like, oh well, I'm doing two of this or two of that. I mean, everything is kind of its own clutch. So
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. The other one I'm excited for that you and I and Andrew and I have talked about is if I can get that Mindanao to go,
Yeah.
and I can pair up my Halma to her,
Mm-hmm.
nobody knows what it'll look like, so I'm gonna try it. It might look like dog water, but
It it should. I mean, they'll at least have good blacks. You know what I mean? It's
right.
not, the black will at least be definitely good. The reason I know they're either going to be like a weird green color or they're going to be
Hmm.
an ugly brown. So I mean, you're not going to know until you do that. Like that's one of those breedings you will just have to do. And even if they don't look that good, they're still going to have enough traits that you can put them into stuff. You know?
And that's kind of what I was thinking between how much black this Mindanao has, and obviously
Yeah.
everybody knows Halma's got a ton of it.
Yeah.
This one's pretty high silver and yellow. I don't know. It might bring out the silver and black that might go well with anthrax down the road or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, it could. Randy wants to know: is your dog a male or a female?
Female.
Yeah. So, no, I
That's
mean,
great.
yeah, I mean, I think it's just something you'll have to try.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too.
it's just one of those things. So, but yeah,
Hmm.
I'm excited for the rodent stuff. What kind of level of production are you shooting for?
I mean, the ultimate goal is to be producing full time.
Okay.
And I mean, that's my goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know enough about rodent production. Is that like a certain number a month or like what I don't know enough to even know what kind of numbers equals full-time job on rodents.
To be honest, I don't think I'll know till I'm there.
Really?
I mean, how do you really know? I mean, I guess you can plan as much as you can. And okay, if I
Mm-hmm.
have this many racks and I'm producing on average this many per female, I have this many.
Yeah.
And then, you can kind of figure out their whole cycle
Mm-hmm.
and then figure out how many breeding tubs you'd need.
Okay. Is there any selective are you doing any selective breeding for like females you see throwing bigger litters?
Yeah. So I'm going to
Okay.
start doing that. Yep. And so, like, I don't like anything under 10.
Okay.
So anything under 10
Yeah,
is going to
get
go.
getting rid of. Yeah. Yeah, cuz I
Yeah.
mean, the mice don't mice have like really big litters? Aren't
I don't know.
aren't
I'm not messing with mice.
Aren't you? Yeah, because I know mice are aren't they like way more problematic than rats for some reason?
Oh yeah, they're terrible, dude. They're terrible. They
Yeah,
bite, they
yeah,
eat their young. I mean, they're
yeah,
just miserable animals.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, that's yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know what kind of numbers you'd
I
have
don't
to
either.
even
It's got to be
produce.
a ton, dude. It's got to be.
Yeah.
But I'll give you. So my building that I have right now that I'm doing, it's a 40 by 60. But I'm gonna split it off. I have it framed
Hmm.
out already. The snake side is gonna be 17 wide by 34
Okay.
long. And then the rat side is going to be 34 long, but it's going to be whatever 40 minus 17 is. So it's
Okay.
going to be about 20, whatever that is, 20 some feet wide. So I made the rat side bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you ever get, if it grows, you can always throw another building on the property, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, that's part of the reason why we moved out here.
Nice. Yeah,
Yep.
that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. We're
I'm
excited.
Yeah, I'm guessing like 50,000, 100,000, like some kind of crazy production like that a month is what you're going for.
Yeah. It's got to be up there because I've heard numbers float around like, oh, if you can produce it, I have a buyer of 10,000 right now.
Okay.
So, you know,
Yeah,
I,
no,
I'm
I know people that take because my one buddy, he takes usually minimal of 5,000 of any size of anything.
Yeah, see,
It's
there you go.
yeah, it's usually minimal of 5,000. So
Hmm.
yeah, because I think he buys because he resells and he spends six figures on frozen rodents every year.
Jeez.
Yeah, like like quarter
Wow.
mil like quarter million
That's a
on
lot of
frozen.
rodents.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean yeah, I can get you.
That's a lot.
Yeah, if you want to move 10,000 lots, I can set you up with people that'll will take them. But there's
Perfect.
some people There's some people letting like small and wean rats go right now for under $1 if you take 10,000 of them, right around a
Really?
buck. Yeah,
Well, I mean, honestly, that's the easiest.
yeah,
Those are the easiest. You're not putting any money into them. You just
yeah,
pump them out.
yeah. Are you going to try to do a lot of larger size rats, or do you think you're going to be going more ball python friendly, wean small,
I,
medium?
I was just thinking about that last night. I was thinking about I would love to go larger because I feel like those have gotten so, again, look at the prices of large,
Yeah,
extra large rats. They're
yeah. I'm
out of
looking.
this world.
Yeah, I don't even know what they are. I
They're
don't. I
insane.
Yeah, I don't get any of my shit. I mean, I get some stuff from them, but not much anymore. I
And
have a
they're all
pretty
the same. They're all about the same.
yeah yeah. Well, I mean, I saw some of these prices. I used to pay $1 a rat for years. I paid $1 a rat,
Oh, that'd be nice. Dude, some of these
and
large rats are like $8 a piece, dude.
oh, that's pricey. Three extra large rats. They're on sale right now at Rodent Pro for $16.02.
So
Dude,
16 divided by 3. I'm not
dude,
I'm not good at math.
that's
That's
they're
over
base
$5 a piece.
yeah, they're basically
$6 a piece.
yeah, they're basically 535. Well,
Okay.
yeah, you're right. They're 533 a piece, dude. That's a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know how
that's a
the
lot of
fuck
money.
people. I don't know how people are gonna afford to feed their snakes.
Right. I don't get it, dude. If you don't have the hookup, how do you, or if you don't breed your own, how are people,
Yeah,
where are
yeah,
they getting theirs? Yeah, read the comments. Where do most people get their feeders from? Or are
yeah.
these most
Well,
people that are
these
breeding their
are
own?
these are yeah. This is. There's 20. How many people are on
I
here right now?
mean,
There's 20 people on here, and I want to say probably all 20 of them have a decent connection.
connection.
Um,
Yeah, you're right.
but yeah, but I that's why I was excited to talk to you about this because I really want to see the retic industry starting to kind of feed itself, you know,
Hmm.
because we're so dependent, dude. We're so dependent on everything else, you know. I'd love to see somebody in retic start a fucking caging business,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, we got Jordan. Jordan just
Yeah, yeah,
got to
but
talk to Jordan.
we're all poor. We can't afford his
Right.
cages.
Right. That's the problem.
Yeah. If I could afford Jordan's cages, I would have.
Me too.
That's all I honestly. That is all I would have uh, if I could afford it. Because those cages, I mean, dude, those things are rock solid,
Oh, they
rock
would be.
fucking solid.
And can you imagine how easy they'd be to clean?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
powder coated metal, dude. That's perfect.
Wipes right off.
Yep.
Wipes right off.
I
Uh,
want to get one of his climbing cages.
yeah, yeah, those would be neat.
I might get one when I have the room done.
I only got one snake, but I use uh in labs 9 snakes laying. I don't know. I don't know that company.
I've heard a lot about Lane Lab, right? Is that what they're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, Lane Lab.
I,
I
I've
don't
heard a
even know
lot
who
about
that
them.
is. Yeah, Jordan's cages are so dope and worth the money, sure. Just more than I can rationalize spending. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. If I had 100K to drop on cages, Jordan
Yeah.
would be getting that 100K. 100%. It wouldn't even be a question.
Yep.
I just put in the order, and I'm pretty sure he'd drive them right to my house for if I put in a
He did,
$100,000 order.
dude, he'll come out and install them for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
How much does that cost? 3,500
Well,
for home visit.
you asshole.
Yeah. Can't give my ex breeder rats away. Really? You can't give your ex breeder rats away in New Jersey,
What?
dude? Let we'll get you in touch with Andrew. If you're
Yeah, I
in
know a lot of.
Jersey, if you're in Jersey and you have ex breeder rats, uh, hit me up. Hit me up. Do I have you on Facebook? Because we're gonna solve that problem right now.
Yeah,
We're
there's so many guys out there.
yeah. What is your What's your Facebook shit? Cause I wanna. We want your rats right now,
We want your rats and we want them now.
dude. Seriously, if I.
I know, dude. Like, I can't believe you can't get rid of them. That's crazy.
Oh man, yeah, we could. Yeah, we could take those all day. I don't see you on. I don't see you on Facebook. Wait a minute. What is this shit? Something came up. Oh, it just can't, it keeps coming up Lowe's. Yeah, hit me up on Facebook, and we will get all your. If they're a good price, Andrew will take them all, and if he can't, and if he can't use them all, he can always just grab them for me, and because he comes up here probably anywhere from. He usually comes to my house at least 4 times a year. So
Well, he'll swing by there on the way to Tinley, right?
yeah, well,
He's got to
yeah,
pick up that.
he usually comes
He's
here
got
and
to pick
hangs
stuff
out
up.
4 times a year, but he's usually here about 10 times a year. Usually
Yeah.
driving past or stopping or doing something. No, 100%. If yeah, what are you charging on your extra large rats you can't give away? Hopefully $1. Yeah. We got some other stuff in the comment here. Ryan is my cheesehead brother from another mother. That's from Spencer. I love
Yeah,
their
buddy.
I love their packaging and quality seems great. I get rats and quail. I know somebody who does quails and chickens, and I told her, but she sells like fancy ass stupid quails to idiots or something. So she gets like a bunch of money a piece. I'm like, I want them for a quarter. So if they're like a quarter a piece or like 50 cents or $1, let me know. Spencer needs rabbits.
Yeah, I got you, Spencer.
Yeah, I don't know how far
He'll be at
away.
Tinley, right?
No, he ain't going to Tinley.
Come on, Spencer.
Spencer has no reason to go to Tinley unless he's going to go there to get some
Rabbits.
autographs. You can go get some autographs for all his retic heroes. Yeah, he could do that. So, but yeah, no, let's man, that'll be Andrew's going to be real happy if we find him an ex-breeder rat connection in Jersey. Because Andrew has to always go to shows to get them. Because Andrew doesn't have like a close local
Really?
hookup. Yeah, he's always having to go to Hamburg and places.
Wow. I'm surprised.
I don't have a good hookup. I go through Big Cheese. Big Cheese has good deals though. If you catch Big Cheese, like when they're running deals, they'll I think they had smalls at like 89 cents recently or something.
Huh.
Yeah. Maybe I'll hand out free T-shirts. Yeah. Then you'll get thrown out and never invited back. Oh fuck. So, but yeah. Any other big news that you guys wanna go over? Maybe get a. Oh, are you excited about the exportation?
Yeah, I want to know. What does everybody think of that? I can tell you right now, I am stoked. Well, you and I talked about it.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to get into the Asian market as soon as possible and the Middle Eastern market. So we're gonna try hopefully within the next like 3 months get a first shipment over to the UK. If anybody knows any retic people in Canada, send me a message on Facebook. I'm trying to get the Canada connection going, and yeah, that'd be great, man. If we can get this network going of feeders, cages, snakes, export. Because I don't know if you've been in reptiles long enough to realize that depending on the industry to do anything that makes any sense or is useful, it's like forget it. It's forget it. So hopefully we can get all this fucking rolling. What did Duran say? New segment until you guys get the rat buzz going. Top of the show says who has the best feeder deals that week. Yeah, we could do that. Here's the problem that I have with some of the feeder people. I reached out to all the feeder people with the exception of Cold Blooded, because somebody was already talking to them, and said, I can get you better shipping and better processing. And they basically all told me to go fuck myself.
I don't get that.
And I reached out to every single reptile shipper that did nothing but piss their pants while they fucking screamed in the corner over Darien. I can get you better shipping and better processing. Basically got to go fuck you. You know, go fuck yourself from those people. And it, with the exception of the one company that's now Spencer's working to help them get set up and is partnering up with Kingsnake. So the other shipping companies are they're done. You're gonna have one.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, dude. All those bug places, man. Like I could have saved, just and all those snake shows that are taking credit cards at the door now. It's like you guys are losing thousands upon thousands of dollars because you're paying 3 point whatever % per transaction.
Yeah, depending on the card. And if it's like a super high reward card, you can pay upwards of 4%. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
And the merchant pays it. And
Yep. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 10 days and I live next state over. I don't know what that was regards to, because I talk a lot and I don't ever remember what I'm saying. Someone says t-shirts, but yeah, so that'll be great, man. Exporting rodents. Now we got Jordan on the cages for people that have money. Then we need somebody for all us building cages for all us poor people. And
well, I get all mine through Wisconsin Custom Cages, and they're they're decent cages. So
yeah. Oh, that's right. We were supposed to hit them up about shipping and stuff, and we never did.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Remind me. I'll give them a call this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give them a call because I just got set up with an account through Spencer. I got to learn all that software. Got to learn their website, and then we're gonna start trying to get all that shit rolling too.
There you go.
So, but yeah, is there anything else you guys? We've got a question. What's going on with Kingsnake? Kingsnake is just slowly but surely getting stuff rolled out. I mean, they had to take a dinosaur and turn it into a flying car, so that takes a little while, Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I don't know if you saw, but they also rolled out the mobile version of Kingsnake, so they got that now.
I hope they work on that. I really do, because that's all I use.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be as soon as I got to post the Super Malukus on Patreon, because I promised everybody I'd give everyone on Patreon first crack. After that, they're going right up on Kingsnake.
Nice.
Up on Kingsnake. So, but delivery from Cool Blood and Rodent Pro takes 10 days. Indiana to Chicago. It should not take 10 days. It should take 2 days. Because Indiana to Chicago is like, I could drive them there in a day. So it should take 2 days. Yeah, that should not take that long. So, but yeah, if you got any other shit you want to, we got something else coming in. Dude, people are talking like crazy. They love you, Ryan.
Hey.
Yeah. I haven't heard you talk about dorsal stripes before. Any thoughts about why that happens and what they would be good for? Yeah, I don't like any kind of stripes. I don't like stripes down the back. I don't like stripes. Well, that's not true. If it's a genetic stripe or something like that, I think they look okay. The one time I like striping on the sides, I do like a marble with a crazy back pattern and some striping in the rosettes. I don't know why. I do like it. I mean, if they don't have it, I think that looks good too. But the striping, the reason I try to avoid all that striping is because it kind of kills your contrast. You kind of lose a lot of contrast. So, I'm always trying to get rid of stripes.
Yep.
I'm always trying to get rid of them. But no, I mean, there's some stuff that they're, a lot of anthrax end up striping out on the sides too once you throw a tiger on there. So, but I don't like it because it breaks up a pattern in a way that costs you a lot of black. and once you lose a lot of black, you start losing contrast. So that's all I do is try to get rid of it. No,
I
but yeah,
prefer non-stripe too. I like that
yeah,
chaotic, just total marble look.
yeah,
No connection.
yeah, yeah, and the color on your girl is really good. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
think because people have been posting marbles lately. There's been a lot of marbles getting posted. I'm like, man, these snakes don't got no color. You know, they don't have any color. So I like that nice saturation on the sides on marbles too. It really helps.
Yep. Yeah, yours is awesome. Gosh, I was gonna pull her out. She's in the shed.
Yeah,
Um, but she's incredible. I've posted her. Everybody sees her. Everybody loves her.
yeah, dude.
It's a
Yeah,
nice marble. And I have Andrews downstairs that I'm raising up, and that thing has zero striping. I mean, that thing is like granite.
yep, yep. That's one of the nice
That's super
things about
dwarf.
yeah. It's one nice thing about the super dwarfs is you can wipe out the striping with that. You can also wipe out the striping with Mindanao too. So
Oh,
that's why
really?
yeah that's why I'm starting to combine the marble with Mindanao and turn eight more.
I was thinking of putting my male Mindanao to that
Mm,
marble would be like
it'd be super
a
nice. Yeah,
wild clutch, huh?
yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah, we need to start like the Indo marble project. So
Yeah,
we need to get our shit together on that.
I know. I
Yeah,
really want to start
yeah,
that.
yeah. Not on the sides, but in the back diamonds, like classic Kalatoa stripe. So yeah, I mean, I work hard to get rid of that stripe down the back because it usually that pattern structure usually causes some issues for some side stuff too. Um, and there's a lot of rounding, and once you get that stripe down the back, you can't really. It's gonna mess up things like Aztec, Ocelot, Tiger, Anthrax, pretty much everything. So you know, I mean, it's not gonna hurt stuff for like genetic stripes. Not gonna hurt stuff, titanium, Super Tiger. There's you know that's kind of stuff, but all that stuff that needs a broken up pattern to get a better look. That's why I go out of my way to just avoid it. Yeah. Oh.
Show everybody your Apocalypto. Let's see if I get bit. Hang on.
How's he looking?
Dude, he just shed, so I'm gonna try to get bit real quick. Hang on.
Is he? What's his colors doing?
Dude, I'll show you.
He's weird.
I
He's
wasn't
such a
gonna post. I wasn't gonna post him, but
yeah, dude. That's such a strange looking snake. I've never hatched out a ternate with those side colors ever. Yeah, he's such a weird looking snake.
smoke me in the face.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Yeah,
can you
they're
see him?
not.
Hang on, look at it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, dude. My pair that I have here they're just dickheads. They are not
Yeah, they
friendly.
are. No, they're not.
They're not friendly at all. So I've been trying to work with
How
them,
does that
but
look? Is that any better?
yeah, you can kind of see. Well, I mean,
Hang on.
you got to see him, dude. You got to see him in sunlight and stuff to
It's
even understand.
dude. It's impossible to understand what this thing looks like.
Yeah, yeah. It's really tough. You have to take it outside and like,
Yeah, that's what I hate about cameras, man. You just can't see how great they look. I mean, this thing is like blue,
yeah,
like
yeah. I'll be interested to see what happens with that snake because I have no idea what it's gonna do for its color.
yeah. I don't either.
Yeah, back pattern
Yeah,
looks good.
but
It looks like
yeah,
it got some color coming in the back diamonds.
yep, yep. Inside,
Yeah, yeah, inside. Dude, the crazy thing is I know what that snake looks like. You cannot see you cannot tell how blue that snake is in the
nope.
video. Yeah, that
It's
snake
not
that's
showing, is it?
no, that snake is gunmetal blue on the sides. But
Yeah.
the back pattern
Dude,
color looks really good.
super contrast.
Yeah, really good contrast
Yeah,
on
that
that thing.
gunmetal blue does not. That's a good way to put it. Gunmetal. It's not showing up.
Yeah.
But
Oh well.
he's getting
That's
size on him.
that's fine.
But yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna try to have his brother ready to go for this season.
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to start working that into some stuff. So
Very nice.
yeah, but if you got anything else you want to hit, if not, we can jump off. Yeah,
I'm
I'm at the 2 hour and 10 minute mark.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I've been on since 5.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
All right. Time to go eat.
Yeah, I got to go do that too. So, but all right, yeah, thanks for coming on, and everybody, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we kept 20 to 30 people the whole time. So,
Nice. Love it. I'll come on anytime. I love this.
all right, man, take it easy.
All right. Later, bro.
Later.